Alright, last but certainly not least, the Ableton Push. This controller is the most incredible contribution to Ableton and has had the most effect on my ability to compose music as well as play it live, more than any other MIDI controller or any other piece of hardware. It's truly incredible. All of the features that you've seen in some of these other MIDI controllers are available within this controller itself. They spared no expense, spared no no features left out. It pretty much does everything. And so I want to show you some of the capabilities of it. This is in no way a tutorial. If there's enough requests, I may do a push tutorial for people if there's enough people that have this controller. But for now, I'm just going to show you what it's capable of doing so that you can see. Right now, I've got this first track selected, and so you can see it's just an operator inside of an instrument rack and sounds like this. And you can see these macro controls. See this little blue hand here? This means that the push is assigned as a remote controller of this track. What's really interesting is that I can switch between tracks just by going left and right on this little button. And now I'm over here in my drum rack, and I have control over that. And if I click back, I'm back to the operator, which is incredible. I can click this button over here that says session, and now I'm all of a sudden just like the launch pad. I'm in the session control, so I can launch a scene. I can turn the tempo of the scene up. I can turn my metronome on. I can turn it off. I can launch a different scene, and I can stop everything. It's incredible. So now I'm going to go back to I'm going to launch the first scene, go back to the note view, and scroll back over to my operator. What's beyond amazing is the fact that I can see those macro controls that I have over here displayed on the screen above. And I got visual feedback not only of where I'm at, but I can also mess with these controls. Right there on top of the push. The next thing that's really amazing is that I can record what I'm playing just using the push and record a clip just from this view right here using this little record button. So I'm going to launch a scene to record. Now my playing wasn't that great, so I'm going to hit the quantize button, which I can also do right from the top of the push. Now I got those notes where I want them. I can start messing with these controls. Right from on top of the push. Now let's take it a step farther. I can turn on this record button, and I've armed the automation, so I can actually now watch this. It remembers what I just did. Incredible. So I've got all kinds of things going on now. So I'm going to go to this next track. I'll start playing a beat. beat's a little too loud, so I'll just click on this mix button and turn the kit down a bit. So as you can see, this controller is extremely capable of doing pretty much anything. A lot of composers, and I've done this before a couple times, I can set this thing up so I can just turn my computer screen off and just use the hardware and have every single possible capability. Something that's nice to do is to compose entirely with the push, and then once you've gotten as far as you want to get with it, you can go back and get into high detail editing in Ableton. So that's a crash course, incredibly quick demo of Ableton's Push 2. The Push 1 is very capable just as well. They did a couple really awesome things with Push 2. I'm not going to go into all that. There's so much to go over. Like I said before, I will do a tutorial on this if there's enough of a want for that. But this is the ultimate controller in terms of playability. And you know, playing in Ableton Live, it was designed by them for that specific reason. So yeah, Ableton Push, everybody.